What up, my ninjas? So yesterday was Sunday. This video come out Tuesday. Um, did the video come out Monday? I don't remember. Anywho, actually, let me clear up. It's Monday right now. This video will premiere on Tuesday morning, or at least should. But I'm here to talk about Sunday. Sunday. So Sunday, I try not to have anything, day of rest. Try to keep that to heart. But I did have four things, because, I count cooking as something. So I had four things to do. I did three of the four. The fourth one I didn't do was kind of important, but as long as I do it today, I need to get some kind of physical activity, start to get that into my routine, starting maybe not today, because so Sunday night, midnight, I do the top 10 list for the previous week for music, for the F4A radio. But I do that at midnight. But I was also talking to somebody who's going through some stuff. And I was also trying to wait. And actually, I was talking to two people. One person who's going through some stuff, another person who we kind of just bounce stuff off each other, just our own mental health, I guess. When we're going through stuff. And neither of us really going through something terrible, but little things. So anyway, the chit-chatting kind of delayed my start. And for something I've been doing like every week for the last couple months, I was like, huh? What do I do? What am I doing? And then I remembered it. Anyway, long story short, I took so long for me to get done. There's no reason to go to sleep, because I wouldn't get enough sleep and I'd feel terrible before I take the brother to his work. But checklist one thing off, I did for Monday. So before I go to sleep, I'm going to make a checklist. Try to get up at 2. Take care of one of those things before I pick up my brother from his work. And, try to get 10 things done. But, so the 10 things, that's kind of based off of like 8 hours. So you divide your day into 3, right? It's sleep, work, free time. And when I say free time, that it might not be free time. It's just time that's yours. It's not for your bosses. So anyway, my 10 things a day is based off of 8 hours of free time. So 10 things, 48 minutes max to do whatever it is on the list. So, it might not take 48 minutes. But if it's like another thing I better do today, like Christian messages or the Christian versus Bible thing, I got 48 minutes to do as much as possible. But there's a lot of tedious work with the Christian versus Bible thing, so it usually takes like 2 sessions, 48-minute sessions. But with that said, I'm working for myself right now. And if I'm not doing home improvement stuff, I'm working on the PSS, F4A radio, back to brag. So in that sense, do I do 20 things? Do I just expand how long I have to do something? The problem with that is 48 plus 48 is 88. No, 96. And 96 minutes is an hour and 39 minutes. So, I might say it's a long time to commit to something, but I hate ADD and ADHD, yada yada. But yeah, I'm better when it's like 48 minutes. I know this is only going to be 48 minutes, and then I'm going to move on to something else. So I'm kind of left with the question of how should I be doing things? You know what? So at one point, I divided things up into business and home responsibilities. I forget why I stopped doing with that. So there's another thing I need to look into, kind of try to implement into what I do. Because, I mean, picking, like the thing with picking up my brother, I'm not getting 8 hours in between, well, actually, maybe I should, really. So anyway, real quick, my sleep pattern, or at least the preferred sleep pattern, is wake up at like 5:45, take my brother to work, come home, help me Madre get her stuff together for work. She's out the door by 7. Then I should be going back to bed for about 3 hours, wake up at 10ish, 10:15, 10:30, eat something real quick, don't be big, maybe work at, and then start on the to-do list. But like I said, I'm not going to get 8 hours of work in before I got to go get my brother, which sometimes leads to going to the store, sometimes leads to other things. And then sometimes I have scheduled work stuff that's in the evening. And also, when I unwind, it takes a little bit. It just does. If I don't unwind, I can't get to sleep. I just be like, okay, I'm going to bed. So yeah. So anyway, long story short, I need to figure out how to implement that. But anyway, the goal for today, we're going to go back to, what was it, Thursday, where I got 8 things done. And I was like, Friday, I'm going to do 9, 10 if I'm lucky. And then I had like a list of like 15 things. Like, well, as long as I do 10. And then like I got 4 things done. And then Saturday was the same thing. I got like 4 things done. And then Sunday I just had 4 things. And only got 3 done. But anyway, I'm going to go work on that to-do list. Update next episode of how today went. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, follow, all that stuff. Please, people, please.